About the lecture, the whole idea is that I was trying to present the fact that we have to prepare our children or learners for a future that is rapidly changing. So we have to create the abilities in them so that they can be continuous learners, so that they can respond to new opportunities. And I also presented the fact that today, through technology, through learning science, through open education, we have the means to provide those kinds of skills and learning opportunities for our students. Yes and yes, it will be in the schools, and how it will be in the schools, there will be shifts. It will be through interesting blends of online and on-site education, things that use technology and things that are not online, but for different kinds of learners, for different kinds of situations, we will have the opportunity to create different kinds of learning experiences and that are interesting, that have learners much more engaged, and it will not be in a fixed model. We can come up with different kinds of opportunities, differentiated learning opportunities for students with different skills, with different motivations, with different aspirations, and in a way that it is more relevant to the needs of the changing world.
And I just attended a lecture by Dr. Vijay Kumar. So we're very grateful as students to have had the opportunity to come to this masterclass about education and how promising it is for the future and what we might do in the future and the new techniques that are coming in and the new ways to learn. Our school has been very lucky to be impacted by a branch of MIT, the G Well Labs. We have been given the fabulous opportunity to interact with our mentors and interact with people. They've come to Marrakech. It was great. We're learning, a lot of technology, a lot of STEM, but also lots of, human geography and, international education and stuff. And we're so grateful to have had the opportunity to, reach internationally and be reached by the GWEL Lab.
I just listened to the lecture. It's quite a privilege, especially that these people are from MIT. Very prestigious school, and it's really interesting to see how they have an emphasis on more hands-on activities and more practical activities rather than more theoretical. There's a lot about making and entrepreneurship, and there's also pulling back layers of how things are made. Especially a great example that he gave was Uber, and how Uber is not necessarily a transportation company and more of a software company, because it's contingent and dependent on the software it provides. It's also really important. It's also it's amazing, and it's quite enlightening to see how these people are trying to make education evolve as fast as possible and in the best way for students everywhere. There's also the talk about demographic changes and how they're trying to help people with lower incomes. And I think that's really important, because if education reaches everywhere, it helps the entire world. Even if you're purely selfish, you want people to be educated, because that's going to help you. If somebody's able to help treat cancer, for example, even though it's one of the biggest achievements of the world for them, it also helps you. And I think it's really important and I really like the presentation.